the game of life. Something, and the main reason actually, why I started trading. For me, trading was that card that I was missing from my hand. And if we backtrack quickly, what is the game of life? Well, if we imagine game as the classic cliche card game of poker, and everyone sat around the table, 8 billion plus of us, the game's already set, right? We don't choose the rules. We may influence them later on, or maybe you're born into a position of power due to your family or heritage and the position they are currently in. But most people, 99.9%, whatever the percentage is, don't get opportunity. So you're born into a place in the world, a life, sat on that table. As soon as you're born, you get given cards. You might even get given one card, while other people get given 10. You might get given no cards, while some people get given 3. It's completely random, and if you have a card, in my opinion, you're already blessed. Some people out there, and I'd say the bigger majority, are struggling to get a card. If we look at or reverse it into, or look into the third world side of things, I'd argue they don't have a card. And having a card is a blessing, right? Having shelter, having food, having water, all those main things, I'd argue that's a card. But having or understanding that this game is already set for us. We don't have any choice in the matter. We sat down and we're playing. And as we go through life, I believe you have the opportunity to gain more and more cards to try and get even on the playing field. And now, while I truly believe that most people will never get even on the playing field, you can still live a fulfilling and worthy life with a couple of cards. And so everyone's goal in this game is to win. And to win, you want to collect cards and hopefully have a better hand than some other people. It is a competition, life, unfortunately, or fortunately for some, whether people like it or not. And those who choose not to use that competitiveness will live a life which they may deem fulfilling. But for me, I was born in a very privileged situation, but I still have that willingness or eagerness to get another card, to get 2 cards, 3 cards, and grow not only myself, but also those around me, family, heritage, etc. So that's my view, and that's why I started trading. That's why I think, like I said at the start, a lot of people jump into trading because they need to get those cards, and I believe trading provides an excellent opportunity and almost a way to get more cards exponentially, especially once you get on that track and gain more. And cards are dealt, you may ask, how are cards dealt? Cards are dealt through, in my opinion, resources, which usually equates to money, but it can also equate to positions of power. You can see politicians, you could argue they have more cards because they have more power. But ultimately, money's running the world. And without money, you won't ever be able to achieve or do the things you want to do in life. You need money to actually live a life, a fulfilling life, right? The money pays for the house, the money pays for the food, the money pays for the heating, the energy. So without money coming in, you won't have any of that. So for me, trading is that great vehicle to put yourself from a position of here with 1 card, maybe 2, to maybe in a couple of years, 5 cards, 6 cards. And you slowly work your way up. And that's ultimately why I'm trying to play the game of life. And that's not my why, but it's one of the biggest reasons I'm into the game of trading. My other whys are more personal, and I think everyone's whys are very personal to them. And that's what makes them such a good motivator and why you should always go back onto them. But digressing back to the point, the game of life is there, whether you like it or not. You have to play it. And if you choose not to, you suffer the consequences of a less fulfilling life in terms of your eyes, and may even go down a path of despair, so be it, or other dark routes, which is never fun. And I think everyone should always give, no matter what cards you have, the best shot that you can. Because in my eyes, I'd rather die trying than give up before I even try. And that to me is what's stuck out in my head and why I continue pushing day on day on. But going back to the overall picture of the video, the game of life is there to be played. You can't change the rules to begin with. you're given these set of cards, or maybe no cards. How do you build them? And for me, trading has been that vehicle to start collecting more cards.